Hey guys, Keith again with Bulletproof RC. This is a follow-up video of my Arrma Senton 6S. As you can see, things are a little bit different. Last video I talked about using the Delta Plastics Thunder Truck body for speed runs, and previously I had a 2mm thick Delta Plastics body running on the low C, and I talked about how great of a fit it was for the Senton, and how even though the body was drilled out for the body post of a SCTE, that it was a direct fit on this vehicle. But I decided to go ahead and buy another body and paint it up specific for this vehicle, and you know, didn't go extravagant, just kind of kept things simple with a two-tone theme of black and gunmetal, used Tamiya paints. Yeah, they turned out okay. I mean, considering how fast these things run, you know, my top speed so far is, I believe it was around 87 miles per hour. But that was on the street in front of my house, and actually had a Delrin spur gear. That's a big mistake, guys. Don't do that. The Delrin gear apparently heated up on the acceleration down the street. And when I was coming back up, I hit the brakes, and apparently the Delrin plastics were soft. And when I hit the brakes to stop, the gears just slid right off. The Delrin gear disintegrated, and the vehicle would not stop. So just a knee-jerk reaction, I stuck my foot out to stop the vehicle, and I almost broke my ankle. Yeah, my ankle is still swelling up a week later, and give me problems, but I don't think it's broken. I think I've just really bruised it, maybe pulled some tendons. But yeah, don't use Delrin gears, use metal gears, which I'll pull the body in a minute. We'll talk about that. Let's talk about the body again real quick before I pull it. Gunmetal around the edges on the sides there. Don't pay no attention to the decals. Those are just some I had in decal box. I'm not promoting Stormer Hobbies or anything like that. I just wanted to stick with a gray, black, and white theme, so these decals were what I chose. Gunmetal went on the bed back there, and had me a Punisher skull on the front. So anyway, I think it turned out pretty good. I cut a hole in the back for venting to make sure I don't have any drag or wind resistance, and really digging how this body fits on the Senton. It worked out real well. Let's pull it off. We'll talk about what I've done underneath. Underneath, everything's pretty much stock except for, well, electronic wise, everything's stock. Got the stock motor, ESC. I did change out the servo. I love some precision steering, especially when I'm going fast. I can't beat a Savox 1258. Got the glitch buster over there coming out of the receiver box, just to make sure that we don't have any brownouts when we're going fast either. So anyway, that's all stock. I did go with the Hot Racing motor mount, and that is a Hot Racing center diff cover. There's a Hot Racing front diff mount up there, and that is a Hot Racing spool with a Revo gear on it. I currently have a 40-tooth steel Revo gear, and that spur gear is what I was talking about. The Delrin, you do not want to use a Delrin spur gear, guys. Don't do that, not if you're going fast. Currently I have a 26-tooth pinion. I do have the 30, and with the 30-40 gearing, one of the other YouTubers got 100 miles per hour. I think it was 109 miles per hour with a 40-tooth spur and a 30-tooth pinion. So I do have this to try, but I need to go to a place big enough to run it in order to use this gear. With the current gearing in it, I have no idea what the top speed is, but I know with a 40-tooth spur and a 26-tooth pinion, I got 87 miles per hour, and I only blipped top speed, or full throttle, should I say. So I think it's got 90 something miles per hour in it right now at its current gearing. We'll see. Went with the Yeah Racing motor fan. Got the dual motor fan set up. Front and rear chassis braces, just because if you do crash at speed, you don't want that chassis folding up on you. Went with the Hot Racing servo mount, just because there is some flex in that, and I wanted precision. Again, when you're going fast, we'll make sure everything's tight. And these are SP Racing belted soft compound GT tires. I know most people use the GRPs. I'm a little I favor the SPs just because they last and last and last. You can't kill these tires. I haven't had a single set. Now you get them down to literally slicks and they just keep going. I haven't been able to put a hole in them. So I don't know. I like them. They're hard to find. Delta Plastik sells them. You can find them on eBay from Delta Plastik sometimes, but they only make a few at a time, and they put them up for sale and they get sold out real quick. No issues with GRP. I've tried them once or twice, but I see no advantage to GRPs over SPs. I know that GRPs are warranted up to a certain miles per hour and SPs aren't, but again, you know, at 87 miles per hour, these don't balloon, so I don't know. We'll see if they'll hold up to 100 miles per hour. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll see. I did, I think I talked about in the last video, put 80 weight up front. I don't know, the Losi that I was running fast, putting heavy weight up front and have some stiff spring tension up front just seemed to make that thing planted and not nosedive on me as bad. Anyway, it works out pretty good. Left the rear end stock back here, a lot softer back here than it is in the front. Of course, I took off all the extra Senton roll cage stuff they had up in there, and all the extra pieces that were on the bumper sticking out, all funky looking. I know all that might be handy when you're bashing, but you know, no sense in carrying extra weight. Yeah, I think that's it for the upgrades. Steering rack still stock, shock tower still stock, everything's stock there. Oh, I did put Axial Yeti XL body post back here because they were able to sit lower. The stock ones only sit down so far, and the back of the truck body was sitting too high, so I used those Yeti body posts back there just to be able to sit the back end down a little further. And underneath, I've got RPM skid plates. They only make a rear, but if you buy two of them, you can put one up front. There is a little bit of a catch right here. You know, if you're running off-road, that's probably not a good solution, but considering my body hits the ground before my chassis does, the way I've got it set up, I don't think that's going to be an issue. Plus, you know, that's turned up there, and you know, when you're running asphalt, everything's flat. And forgot the seller. I didn't even pay attention to this when I bought it. Didn't realize it had some kind of creature on it. But it's a protective skin for the Arrma. The triple laminated, super thick. They got the holes cut out for all your screws right from the get-go. So wonderful, wonderful way of protecting your chassis. Put one of these things on there, and you know, you don't have to peel it off to adjust your diff and change your components, because you got holes. You know, it's just it's a wonderful idea. And I was really, really shocked at how thick it is. The guy states on his on the item and description that scratches can even be buffed out of it. It's just got that much lamination on it, so pretty good. It's about 20 bucks, you know, but I think it's worth it because of the thickness and the holes being pre-cut. It's a perfect solution to keep just prolong the longevity of your chassis. Eventually you're gonna get scratches down there, but you know, it just a little extra protection never hurt. And anyway, that'll do it for this video, guys. As always, like and subscribe to Shoe Fits, and have yourself a great day.